woke up in beast mode with my girl that's beauty in the beast mode.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Beauty in the Beast Mode. I don't have Jeremy here today. He's at work right now and I'm off today. I don't even know what to do with myself. In fact, I didn't know what to do with myself. I got myself together. And my hair, my hair is goals today. You do not know how long, it's been years I've been on a natural hair journey. And my hair has gone through some stages, but it's finally at some goal length. I mean, I haven't straightened my hair in like forever, so I really don't know how long it is, but just the fact that it looks like this curly, I can't even wait to straighten my hair for my birthday in October. So I wanted to make a video today. I have not made a video. Me and Jeremy have not made a video in like a long time. We've been so busy. I wanted to make a video because I've been getting people messaging me about my vegan journey. I am a vegan now. I've been a vegan for 7 weeks today. Whoop, whoop, yeah. And people have been asking me like, well, you know, how did you start? Or, you know, what do you do? Or, you know, all these questions about vegan. So I wanted to make a video about how I started being a vegan, some tips on people. Uh-oh, the little wolf is making his debut. Come on. Y'all remember Bentley, right? I wanted to make a video on tips on how to start to be a vegan, just why, my personal reasons for becoming a vegan, and how it's been for me. So I, like 7 weeks ago, the What the Health documentary, I think it's been on Netflix forever. There's a documentary called What the Health, Health, that talks about meat, and just the correlation between meat and diseases. And so I had been seeing a lot of people on my timeline, writing status, that were saying, you know, oh my God, I'm going vegan, like after they watched this this documentary. And I mean, I was seeing like a lot of it, like it was really gaining a lot of popularity. Like I said, I think it's been on there for a while, and you know, vegan is not anything new. Like the vegan lifestyle has been around for many years. I mean, it can date back into like before we were even here. I was seeing my friends watching this documentary and I was like, I need to check it out because everybody's like, I'm going vegan. Now, I have gone through many different lifestyles. My last one, I was like pescatarian. So pescatarian is you eat everything but meat. You eat fish. That's your, I guess, like main source of protein besides your vegetables and beans and stuff like that. But you eat fish. No beef, no pork, no chicken. So I had tried that for like 2 weeks and I was like, I'm missing chicken. Like I was missing chicken. So so it gradually got back into chicken. Now I don't really eat a lot of beef. I wasn't really eating a lot of beef. Now before I was a steak lover, but I don't know, as time has gone on, I haven't really been eating a lot of beef. I definitely cut out pork a long time ago. I just can't even do the pork thing. But chicken, I loved chicken, and you know, steak occasionally. Lamb, love lamb. Gyro, I mean, that's the way to my heart. So I went and checked out this documentary. It was a Sunday night, I remember. It was a Sunday night and I checked it out and I was like floored. I was like, okay, now I see why everybody is going vegan. Some of the key things, I won't tell you know everything about it. I really suggest you go check it out. But some of the key things they were talking about was processed meats, so like hot dogs, pepperoni, salami, bologna, you know, anything that they mix together with different stuff to make a meat. Yeah, so your processed meats are a type, they're classified as a type 1 carcinogen. So cigarettes are also classified as a type 1 carcinogen. And it's crazy to think about, you know, if you want to think about it in terms of cigarettes, you know, a lot of us grew up on hot dogs, bologna sandwiches, I mean, pepperoni pizza, who doesn't love it, right? But if you think about it, it's like you're eating cigarettes. And I was like, what the hell? But you know, it was crazy. I mean, a lot of things, you know, the government being involved in it, in terms of, you know, funding these organizations or funding these farms that produce these meats that, you know, it's just like a cycle. It's a crazy cycle. Another thing that really caught my eye was that, you know, they were saying even fish. Everybody thinks fish is a really healthy protein, and it is if you compare it to like the other options out there. But they were saying, like, you know, even some of the fish, they get fed, you know, these different things. Well, that's why it's always best to get wild caught, but you know, with wild caught you have to worry about the mercury levels. But like farm raised fish, for example, they keep like farm raised fish in little tiny I don't know, little tiny areas, like how they do chickens. They bunch them up, you know, overpopulated. Same with the fish, and the fish get sick and they get, you know, different diseases and stuff like that, and they have to feed it, you know, things to not have the bacteria spread or not have the bacteria kill the fish. It's just all this stuff going into these meats that people are eating, and you know, it was just a crazy revelation. They were saying, you know, sugar is not the cause of diabetes, meat is. Now, my grandmother had diabetes, and you know, she's passed away now, but I just think about, like, this lady was talking about, you know, her grandmother had, I think she died from diabetes. I think that's what she was talking about, or she either died from diabetes or cancer. No, my grandmother died from cancer, but you know, her grandmother had diabetes and cancer, and she was just thinking, you know, as a due diligence, why not, you know, promote veganism? Why not be vegan? Because if she would have known this information while her grandmother was living, you know, maybe she could have saved her grandmother's life. I mean, you never know. It's all in God's time, but you know, anything to help, right? So it was just a lot of information. It wasn't one of those crazy, sad documentaries where they're showing like cruelty to animals and all this. It was really just, you know, educating us on the plant-based diet. So vegan is all plant-based. You don't eat any meat, any fish. You don't eat any land animals, no animals, and no byproducts of animals. So no, like no meat, no milk, no eggs, no cheese. But they do have vegan alternatives that are made from plant-based products. So, you know, like I said, after I watched that Sunday night, I literally was like, okay, tomorrow, meaning Monday morning, I'm going to start being a vegan. Now, my cabinets were not stocked to become a vegan. I mean, I still had, you know, eggs in my refrigerator. I still had milk, you know. I still had all these things that I was eating normally, but I just kind of weaned myself off of it. Now, you know, Jeremy luckily could eat it, the rest of it, until he kind of practices vegan. He's not fully fledged, right? But he does eat healthy, and he does eat healthier now that I am a vegan, because I cook healthy. So, you know, with the eggs, I just use it for my hair. With the milk, Jeremy pretty much drank all of that with like cereal and stuff. And then cheese, we had a lot of mozzarella cheese because I was making pizzas at one time. So Jeremy, you know, like he helped me out with that so I wouldn't have to waste it and throw it away. Because I would feel bad, you know, wasting it and throw it away. But I was just so strong about becoming a vegan. I did not want to touch anything in my refrigerator. So, fast forward to 7 weeks now. Like I said, today I'm 7 weeks vegan. And things that helped me start were... I did a lot of research. In fact, after I watched that What the Health DVD or documentary, excuse me, I watched Forks Over Knives, which is another one that's on Netflix, and it talks about the same thing. Still informative, but I think What the Health was a little bit better to me. It just appealed more to me. But Forks Over Knives was really great information as well. And so I did a lot of research. I did, you know, just research on the vegan lifestyle. I am a Pinterest freak. I have tons of pins on Pinterest. So I made a Pinterest group, or whatever you call it, that has a whole bunch of vegan recipes, vegan meals, you know, because the thing is that if you're eliminating your meat, we usually cook around meat, right? When you make chicken, you're thinking about what sides go with chicken. When you make steak, think about what sides go with steak. Now you're making your sides your main meal. And I think that's hard for people to wrap themselves around, but it's actually pretty easy. Like, I feel like being a vegan is very easy, and I'm a creative person, so it's another way for me to express my creativity through cooking. So the main things that you get your protein from veganism is your vegetables, your fruits, your beans or legumes. Is it legumes or legumes? Whatever, you know what I mean. Your nuts. Those are the main things I get mine from. I think there's something else. There are plant-based protein that, you know, Jeremy uses because he's very avid about like working out. So there are many things that have protein. I mean, brown rice and broccoli have more protein than a lot of things, just, you know, off top. And so, you know, people are always asking me, well, where do you get your protein from? There's protein in like everything almost, but there's protein in vegetables and fruits is what I meant. Proteins in nuts, proteins in beans, you know. So my go-to, let me tell you my go-tos. My go-to recipes are, I make a mean black bean burger, and even the mix I use, like sometimes I'll make the mix before I make the actual burger, and I'll either make it as a dip, I'll spread it on like quesadillas and make quesadillas, or I can make burgers. Like, it's very versatile, and I can, you know, leave that recipe down below. Another is, I love Mexican food. I've always loved Mexican food. Rice and beans, like I can eat that almost every day. And like when I'm like out and need something quick to eat, like I'll go to Taco Cabana and get their borracho beans and their Mexican rice. I'll be set. So, you know, there are ways to be a vegan. You just have to put your mind to it. You have to educate yourself. You have to, you know, my reasons for it is I want to live long and I want to live healthy, and, you know, just educating myself about meat. And, you know, I even feel better. That's another thing, is like you always feel better when you start eating healthy. When you eliminate meat out of your diet and stop eating it, like I feel so light. My skin is so clear. And I mean, I haven't really had problems with acne anyway, but it's just like glowing. I feel light. I have more energy. And you know, like usually after 21 days, whatever you're doing after 21 days is a habit. So it might be hard to adjust to at first. And yes, I honestly was still craving meat. I mean, I grew up on it. I've been eating it all my life. And it's just hard to go, you know, cold turkey. I have a strong mindset, and I knew that I did not want to put that in my body anymore. I love animals. I've always wanted to be a veterinarian. So, you know, it's just like, I just thought about all these different things, like all my different whys of why I needed to become a vegan, and educate other people on it. Like, I don't bash anybody that, you know, still eats meat. I understand. Like, I still, like, can remember the taste of meat, and I know how good it tastes. But I just think back to that documentary and all the stuff that I've learned about what happens when you eat meat, and it's just not worth it to me. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm going to put some more tips down in the comments below on just vegan. And, you know, just if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email down below and all my social medias as well. And I am here and willing to help anybody that's, you know, wanting to get started, or, you know, just wanting any suggestions, any meal tips. My best friend does it as well. I can, you know, put her tag in here. Hey, Antoinette. So, you know, it's a lifestyle, and with any lifestyle, you have to, you know, put your mind to it. You have to discipline yourself. You may have to make some sacrifices, like, you know, not eating milk or not eating ice cream. But there are alternatives that taste just as good for when you are craving those kind of things. They have all kind of vegan products that are just made out of other things and taste similar. But, you know, once you're weaning yourself off of that for so long, you don't even really remember the taste, and anything that's similar to it is going to taste good. So it's not hard. I encourage you to do it if you're really interested in becoming a vegan. And that's it. I will see you all later. Thank you for tuning in. to another rendition of Beauty and the Beast mode. I miss Jeremy's deep voice when he does it. So, but yeah, so stay tuned for our next video, and everyone have a good and blessed day.